Hey, welcome to For the Story, the podcast composed completely from forgotten 90s sitcom quotes. Quit your bitching and get out of my kitchen. I'm Ash.
That's right. Nanu Nanu. And I'm Avery.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry about the nanu of it all.
It's
week,
like a tick.
This week, God, what did we watch?
Oh,
We watched Ice Age 2.
Ice Age 2. We watched 30 Days of Night. Have you ever seen that one? It's kind of like this one. Now, we watched Fargo. It's frosty. Tis the season,
Yeah.
I like to say.
Yeah, we couldn't Fargo seeing this film for much longer.
No. This is one that
But,
Ash and I don't think we've ever actually talked about this movie before.
No.
Yeah.
Weirdly.
Yeah.
Because it is a very...
Yeah. Normally we put them off until we're
Yeah.
like, shit, let's just watch it. And this is one
Yeah.
we kind of brought it out of the middle of nowhere, and it's one that I think I really wanted to talk about it because it's one that I really didn't like the first time I saw it when I was younger.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll get into it during our expectations section, but now that I'm older, I've watched it, and especially in the last year, I watched it earlier this year, and I was like, wow, I wonder why I didn't like that when I was younger. And I kind of see why, and I kind of see, as a child, I wouldn't be too enthralled by that movie. But it seems so funny now because that movie's pretty excellent. So
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's the Coen brothers, dude.
yeah, it's well written. It's fun and kind of pointless, which makes it better.
Oh, 100% pointless. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I'm excited to talk about this with you, Ash. But before we get into Fargo, we like to start off the podcast by talking a little bit about some other stuff that we watched during the week, because that's fun too. And yeah, so
You're really selling it this week, Avery. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's fun too.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah. What did you watch?
So I was really hoping you were gonna start first.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll start first.
Hell
All right,
yeah.
Avery,
Yes.
I'll fucking do it. I bit the bullet, and I'm doing exactly 1 week of Disney Plus. I fucking did it. I don't care
Wow.
who yells at me. I have watched 3 things, TV show related, from Disney Plus. Mandalorian, pretty good, not bad.
Yeah, right.
Kind of also boring, but also not bad.
It's well balanced. We'll talk about that a little bit later once the show's over or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah.
That'll be great. Number 2, Gargoyles. Was very stoked to watch Gargoyles again. Not good. Not as good as when I was 8. I'm not going to lie to you. Pretty bad.
Oh, who would have called it? I don't know. I remember Gargoyles when I was a kid, and I just remember that there were gargoyles in it, and I'm pretty sure I don't remember anything else from that show. I remember the Transformers where they were CGI. Do you remember that one? And they were dinosaurs. I remember that show more from around that same time. Yeah, what was it called? It was it was like Beast Unleashed or something. Transformers Call of the Wild. I don't know. It was something like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
That's a Zelda game, but okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, Gargoyles, not good. I thought it was so badass when I was a kid, not good. Then I took the ultimate deep dive. I watched a show, Forgotten by Time. Do you remember when Marvel made a TV show called Inhumans that was supposed to be part of the MCU, but they immediately canceled it before it even had aired because it was so bad?
I don't remember that, but I've definitely seen it. It's on Disney Plus, right? I definitely
yeah.
scrolled past it. So you watched it?
Oh god, dude. Well, I loved the Inhumans. I thought that they were real fun.
Oh, cool. All right.
Holy shit, is this show weird? It's way too much politics and not enough of the cool stuff. They're like, oh, we have Medusa. She has red hair that is living and attacks people.
That's cool.
Let's shave her head in the first episode. Let's fucking shave it off so
What?
she doesn't have it. The CGI is too expensive. And we're spending all our money's getting spent on fucking Lockjaw. Yeah, that's right. It's a giant English bulldog that can teleport.
That's fucking awesome, though.
other people in the show. We have Triton, who just looks like handsome Squidward from SpongeBob. Not even joking, it's uncanny.
Oh, perfect.
We have Karnak, whose ability is logic. We have Blackagon Boltagar, aka Black Bolt, who if he talks, he kills everyone because his voice is too strong.
Because he's annoying.
Yeah, because his stories are real boring. But they have him do like fake sign language the whole show. I'm like, is this offensive? I'm not sure.
Ooh, are you sure it's
there?
fake? Do you know ASL, don't you? Isn't it you that I talked to you about this? Maybe I'm totally
No, I don't know ASL. I used to date a girl who
That's right.
who was an ASL person. Like she was studying ASL to be a
what?
translator.
Oh, see, that's cool. I remember you told me about that. So do you know like a little bit or something? Like you can tell it's fake?
I know enough to tell that this is fucking fake. And then the last and most important superhero. Oh, there's a guy called like Mucinex or Mustis or something, and his power is his face is on fire. There's, and then of course my favorite, Gorgon, who they pronounce in the show as Gorgon, and his power is he has horse feet.
That's his power. I love the idea of superheroes with powers that don't make any sense. I remember I used to like doodle like in class because I have ADD, and I drew a band of superheroes called the Team Awesome Strike Force, and there was one character called Super Snake, and he was just a snake, and then there was one guy named Rocket Lad, who didn't have legs. He just had a rocket.
Wow, way to turn around your disability, dude. That's cool.
Yeah.
You were a woke ass kid, dude.
There were some others too. There were some other funny characters that I came up with, and I would like not be paying attention in class and like giggling to myself embarrassingly about like the ridiculously awful superheroes that I was making. I just like Super Snake, man. He was really intelligent and a snake, and that was his power. Those were the days.
Of course, Super Snake.
Yeah.
I have a T-shirt.
Of Super Snake? What? Somebody steal my idea.
Yeah, dude. You never heard of Super Snake?
Son of... Stop. Stop it. Yeah. Those were the days. The Team Awesome Strike Force.
Yeah, it's... okay. Apparently... Yeah, no, someone did steal that name.
No, are you serious? No, I'm looking at...
It's a Ford Mustang Shelby, a.k.a.
whatever.
the Super Snake Sport.
Oh my god, dude. What? No, it's a snake that can turn into a Mustang. That's his power.
Well, okay. Yeah, okay. Transformers, but it's animals that transform into cars.
Dude, it's like they're Transformers, but instead they transform into CGI dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's a Power Rangers thing, I feel like.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe.
I was talking to my friend at work, and she was telling me, like, yeah, I used to take, like, martial arts from this guy who was a stunt double for the Power Rangers.
What?
But he, like, he would never tell us which one it was, and I'm pretty sure it's because he was one of the girls, and he was embarrassed by it. And then
It's still cool. What?
It's still fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I know. Just fucking own that shit.
Was he, like,
He's like, yeah.
particularly effeminate? Had you ever seen him?
No, she said that he was really short, and that's how she surmised that he was probably one of the... And that he, like, wouldn't say which one it was.
Man, what?
Yeah.
That I'd be all over that. I would be like, I was Kimberly.
I was a Pink
dude.
Ranger.
Yeah.
Shit, you know their names.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, sort of. I remember specifically that the Pink Ranger was Kimberly, and I think Billy was the Blue Ranger. And that's like...
Billy was... I know Billy the Blue Ranger because one of the circus performers in my mom's company went by Billy for a lot of years because his first crush was on Billy from the Power Rangers, and that was like a sexual awakening for him.
So he just became Billy.
He
absorbed
Billy.
his power and became stronger. That's awesome.
Blue Ranger, Go-Go Blue, Dinozord.
Yeah.
Am I doing it right?
Gotta catch them all.
Help.
Know what I mean?
Yeah. Digimon.
Yeah. Word. So I watched some
See,
other stuff.
we are just shows from the 90s. That's all our show is.
Like unintentionally.
Yeah.
Or intentionally bad, one of the two. So I watched some stuff too. And
Okay, let's hear
I
it.
have a tendency to get really like caught on one thing and watch a lot of it. Like to the point where it's probably unhealthy. I've been watching a lot of this YouTube channel that's called That Chapter. There's this guy named Mike. He hosts it, and he basically, I got into it because it was like creepy stuff, like creepy footage, found footage type stuff that I really enjoy. And that's where it started. But it turns out like the majority of his channel is actually just discussing stories of people who have been abducted or disappeared mysteriously. Or like really bizarre and nearly unexplainable murders, things along those lines, and it just caught my attention. Like I'm stuck, and he has so many videos. He has hundreds and hundreds of videos, and but the ones that really stuck for me were people who just disappeared, and it's fascinating because like it'll come down to like the cops just missing like one piece of evidence, or like one person who was alleged to be there is never to be found again, and they can't get this witness or anything along those lines, and these people are just gone forever for no reason. It's like haunting. It's absolutely terrifying, and let me tell you, I haven't left my house in 2 days because of it. So so that's one thing. Instead, I decided to watch also, in addition to this, a show called Disappeared. It's on Hulu. Same exact kind of shit. And it's like they go very methodically through like the process of like the person disappearing, and how it was like this person left this bar at this time, and then nobody ever saw them or heard from them ever again. And it's like,
Jesus.
It's like equal parts sad and like kind of infuriating, because there are people who are horrible enough to abduct like really nice seeming people and stuff along those lines. But it's also just so captivating, because like it'll come down to just like these minute details that'll send the police in a direction, and then it's like they'll be like, so the police started asking this person about stuff, and then they were like, they had strong suspicion on this person having murdered him, and then like it'll just like be dead. Like the guy will have like a rock solid alibi, and then they're like, so what the fuck happened? And like there's just a ton of missing people, and I've been on this vein recently. So I saw, and I don't know how accurate this is, I saw this like on a Facebook post that was like a map of the United States that had charted like all of like the unexplained missing people in the United States, and there's like thousands of them, like ongoing since like the 70s and 80s, even as far back. And then directly underneath it was a map of major cave systems in the United States, and they like lined up 1 to 1, and it was like the scariest thing. Like it gave me chills. And so now I'm hooked, and I've been watching true crime and investigation discovery for like 4 days. So
Avery has assembled a board with a lot of pictures and a lot of yarn during the course of that story. I just want to be very clear.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty impressive.
He is Pepe Sylvia'd out up in this.
It's fascinating. Like there was one, the girl's name is Jennifer Kessie, and she owned a condo in Orlando, Florida, and just absolutely zero evidence is gone. Just nobody knows, gone. They found her car like a mile down a road, parked at a different apartment complex. No keys, nothing in it. Completely wiped down. This person is gone. There's like security.
Yeah, they got fucking murdered.
Well, like the thing is, they had security footage, and there was a video of a guy who isn't her backing her car into this parking space. And like you kind of have to see it. It's like, I'm sure you could find it on the internet if you really look for it. But like the security camera footage is this guy walking in front of the security camera, and it's got really low frame rate. And so the 2 frames available that this guy is in, there's like a post of a fence that perfectly covers up his face, and then no other evidence ever came up ever. And she's just gone. It's incredible.
Cops
it's
suck
sad.
at investigating, though. Like, to be fair,
Dude, I don't know, man. They went pretty in depth with this. The people that they were like,
no, I'm
calling
sure they go in depth, but I just feel like they don't look in the right places a lot. I mean, like the crimes solved, like the rate at which crimes are actually solved is pretty low.
Especially with something like this, where it's like they theorize that the people who abducted this woman like really knew what they were doing and intentionally made it very, very difficult to trace exactly what was going on, you know, and they got away with it, and it's like very, very terrifying.
Like, think of every time that like someone's been found who's gone missing. Either they've escaped or like a not police officer has told the police. Like,
Yeah.
remember that guy who had all those people locked up, and like they had the viral video person who talked about how, you know, he found.
I don't know what
like,
you're talking
he was, like,
about, but I could like.
Oh, okay.
believe it.
Yeah, like there was a guy who like had a weird interview after he like found that someone was like harboring women in his basement.
Oh.
But like, yeah, like when missing people happen, it's like never the cops that find them. It feels like maybe I'm just biased, but it just feels like they're maybe not the best. Like they got to figure out a new method of dealing with this because it doesn't seem to be very effective.
Yeah. Well, part of the thing is that like, you know, oftentimes with some of these cases, the only way that they can get solved by anyone is like lightning strikes, and they get like a perfect series of things that line up. Like, it's like if somebody just disappears without a trace, it's, you know, it's not that difficult to just like vaporize, you know? So like, I don't know. That Jennifer Cassie case specifically was one where I was like I went on Google Maps and I'm thinking about what you said with the yarn and the map. I'm like, oh fuck. I went on Google Maps and I looked at like where they found her car, and there's like a shopping mall that's directly across the street, and then there's another apartment complex also directly across the street. And I was like, man, what if there's other security cameras that may have caught this car pulling in there where they could get a view of the person, but nobody ever went that far.
What year was it?
2006.
Okay, so there would be like traffic cameras as well in the general vicinity that maybe would have caught something.
Maybe. Apparently there weren't. It seemed like they had tried to find as many security cameras as possible. But I was thinking about that. I was like, there has to be like other cameras, but I don't know, man. Maybe there aren't as many cameras around as people think that there are. So
I feel like this is just like not high priority, like from a monetary standpoint, to like figure these out. You know, because you'd go like, all right, within a 5-mile radius, what are all the security cameras that you would be able to pull in? But at the end of the day, like, fucking traffic violations and putting people in jail are what pay the bills.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you get your funding for your police station. So, you know, bust someone for a little bit of pot and don't solve this shit.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry.
Yeah,
like that's just kind of how it is.
Some of like the detectives that they do interviews with, like specifically on that Jennifer Cassie case, like the guy, I forget what his name was saying like, this case is on my desk and I am frequently following up with people trying to find something, anything, and it's just like there's nothing left, and it's been more than 10 years now. It's like,
yeah, the case is fucking cold at that point.
It's done. Like, it's, I don't want to say, like, it's impossible that they're going to find anything. That's where I would go next, though, is, like, what if anything, any kind of video surveillance at all, anywhere else in, like, a half a mile that might possibly still exist. But also, a lot of the times, people who have security cameras tend to tape over the tapes over and over again. So
yeah, until something happens.
Yeah, so until somebody seizes it and says like, we're taking this tape, and it seems like they could have gone in that direction, and they only checked security cameras at the apartment complex where the guy dropped her car off,
So dumb.
Yeah, it does seem like something that they overlooked, right?
Yeah, like come on.
Yeah.
Like well, I mean like I'm also thinking of it from like a temporal local
Of course.
viewpoint of like
That's
everything's
true.
on camera now, but
Yeah.
it is, fully almost 14 years ago.
Yeah, and that's another thing is that like this it was like Orlando, Florida, and it wasn't like central city in Orlando, but it was like in an urban part of town. It was something I would compare to like Austin. It looked to be about. It kind of looked like it could have been in Austin, and it's like I think now like there must be so many more cameras, but to be honest, like back then there might not have been so many more cameras.
Yeah.
So
And that doesn't even solve everything. I mean, London still has a lot of crime and they have a lot of cameras.
yeah, it's true. I don't know. It was just a very, very interesting thing that I saw, and I was like, they could have. Why didn't they? But honestly, I don't even know definitively that they didn't. But maybe they did go and ask those store owners if they had any footage at all, and the only footage they could find was at this apartment complex that was virtually useless. But hey, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I've been watching Disappeared. Now I'm all thinking about that stuff,
Okay.
and I'm scared to leave my apartment. So great. Thanks.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so-
Totally not freakish at all.
Yeah.
Go to the gym. Anyway, Most Jack podcast. You want to play a quick game?
Yes, I do.
All right. I have here. I was looking. I was trying to find the most obscure mobile game Reddits
Wait, what?
to find funny. Yeah, no, this is something I did earlier tonight for this game. I was only able to find two. I'm very thankful, or not thankful for, but I like. I'm gonna read you a quote from a Reddit of a mobile app, and I'm going to give you 4 options of what that mobile app could be.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I like this. Let's do this. This has nothing to do with our movie of the week, by the way.
No, not at all.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
I was
hit me.
wonder. Okay, all right, here we go. I was wonder if you know any trick that advice with that advice and just tried that already. Fuck you, Reddit.
Wait, what is
I
he trying
use
to
Max-
say? Wait.
I don't know. I use maxed goblin card and some legendary. Go quarry 2 and destroy every single block I can.
Fucking.
I'm earned
what?
just 16k. Will be better, guys, if you use Santa and 3 cards with 100% more crates of any kind. Then go to one of the first 3 adventure maps, like Forest. You can easy earn 50 to 60k in a single run. Just start boost from Santa and destroy every crates you find. Okay.
Wait.
Is that game Subway Surfers, Epic Summoners, Battle Lance Royale, or Pocket Miner?
Oh my God. It's so arbitrary. So it doesn't even matter which one it is. It's all the same. That's so interesting. I like this game already. I'm gonna say one thing and then I'm gonna make my guess. These are made by Chinese people, clearly, who have a tenuous grasp on the English language, and just throw either that or they're made maybe they're made by bots. You think? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of where you put a goblin, Santa, and a quarry together.
Goblin Santa. None of those make sense with the options. I'm gonna say pocket miners. D.
Oh, you're fucking right.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what's up, dude.
All right.
All right.
Next one. I only have 2 because I could only find 2 suitably ridiculous enough.
All right.
All right. My team is not really thought out yet. I have a Bloody Hand, level 140, Punk Fist, level 130, and these level 100 Ocean Breaker, Whisperer, Night Fury, Soul Howl, Dragon Hunter. At this stage, is it worth making one of those 5 stars with Fusion Metal, Phoenix, Crazy Croc, Wind Knight, Night Fury? I don't know which. Now again, is that Subway Surfers, Battle Ants Royale, Pocket Miners, or Epic Summoners?
I'm gonna say ethic summoners.
It's Epic Summoners.
Oh, I thought you said
But,
ethic.
yeah,
Oh,
I don't.
Ethical summoners.
I don't like that you got both of those right.
Yes. I don't know. You named a whole bunch of creatures, right? I don't know. Sounded like a summoning game to me.
But what about Subway Surfers?
Subway Surfers sounds like a Flappy Bird kind of game. Summoners, like where you're like summoning creatures and you build a team. Sounds like summoning kind of game. Just gonna say.
And I guess Quarry did give away Pocket Miner.
A little bit. I don't even remember you saying Corey. I don't even remember that. I just guessed on the first one. Completely.
And you got rid of one of the options, so that's good.
Well, that's good. Cool. All right. What else we got?
All right, budget breakdown time.
Oh, is that the only two? Okay. I thought there was going to be a third
Yeah,
one.
I couldn't find more that were suitably ridiculous.
You were intimidated by how many answers I was getting correctly.
Yeah,
you had 8 more questions
for me.
You had 8 more questions.
It wasn't fun. I don't like it when you are successful, Avery. I don't like it. It's bad for me.
Oh, that's right. How many questions do you think I've gotten wrong on the podcast? Like 1, 2?
Hundreds. Hundreds of questions. That's so like just.
I know a lot of useless information, Ash. That's true.
I mean, that is true, but not the useful information I ask you about.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. All right.
Well, let's do that.
Should we get into this budget breakdown?
Hit that budget. Let's light this bad boy up.
Oh, hey, budget breakdown? You mind coming down here?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez.
Boom.
All right, it's here. It's beer. Get used to it. 1996, Fargo came out. All right? Came out on 10th of March. Or that week.
It's a March movie?
Whatever.
Seems like
It's a March.
I don't know, like a December movie, right?
How fucking dare you?
It's frosty,
Why?
man. It's cold. There's snow.
Oh, you son of a bitch. It costs approximately $7 million and made, about 50-50 domestic and international box office with a total of $50 million.
And
There's not a bad...
it cost $7 million?
$7 million.
That's super respectable.
Very respectable.
Yeah, excellent.
As a matter of fact, it came in 67th for movies that came out in 1996,
I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. You care to venture a guess what those other movies were?
Oh my god, 1996.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. 1996. So pretty much anything.
Oh, yeah.
67 is pretty low down there. So pretty much anything else that's big from 96.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. I feel like there's got to be like a Nicolas Cage movie in there.
Okay.
Was Snake Eyes 1996?
I don't even know what that is.
How about Face Off?
Nope.
Oh, that was 97.
You fool. What a fool you must feel like.
I was close, though, wasn't I? Damn, 96? I can't. 96 is another, like, dead zone for movies. Movies didn't start getting good again until 98. Maybe Independence Day? Did that come out that year?
That is the number one movie.
Yes! Yes!
This is like, I think the second time in podcast history you've ever gotten the top movie.
Hell yeah. That's fucking awesome. Yeah. Because it came out on Independence Day in 1996. That was like part of the ad. It was like 7/4/96.
Yeah. Sure. don't remember that.
That was the thing. It came out on the 4th of July.
Oh, really? I knew that part. Avery.
Or did it come out on Independence Day? Doesn't that make more sense?
Smack you. I physically can't, but I'm mad. You gonna guess anything else, or do I have to freaking give you all
Dude,
the...
I don't know a single other movie that came out in 1990. Maybe Men in Black? Did that come out that year?
No. I don't think so, at least. No.
What year was that then? Probably
No.
like 98.
Yeah.
What about
Maybe.
The Lost World Jurassic Park 2?
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. That also might have been 97 now that I'm thinking about it.
This is a hard year.
This is a
I'll
really
say
hard
it.
year. You want to hit me with some hints?
Yeah. Let me throw some your way.
Oh, wait, real quick,
think-
before you do any hints.
Mhm.
Mission Impossible.
Correct.
Are you serious? Yes. Yes.
That is number 3.
Awesome. All right, hit me with some hints.
All right, let's start down low. Call me Tarantino from
Was it Reservoir Dogs? Came out that year?
No, that was 93.
Oh, damn. It wasn't Pulp Fiction,
I'll-
because that was 94.
No. It also features the esteemed director of Spy Kids.
Oh, the Robert Rodriguez from Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah.
From Dusk Till
Yeah.
Dawn. I was referencing the song "Let Me Smang It," where he says, "Call me Schwarzenegger, my sex game's strong. Call me Tarantino from Dusk Till Dawn."
Wow.
Yeah, all
I
right.
don't think I would have gotten that one.
Oh, this is a movie that reminds me of Underworld, the Underworld series that we watched for the podcast.
Reminds you of Underworld. And we watched it for the podcast?
Yes.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
It was actually one of your picks.
Oh my fucking god. And it's like Underworld.
In aesthetic, I think. It's got a great cast.
Oh no. 1996. I don't remember what movies we watched. Did you like it?
I liked it not much. You liked it super not a lot.
And I picked it?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound
You're
like
like,
me.
oh, you're going to hate this. And I'm going to make you watch it.
Oh my god. I have no idea.
Yeah, I know you don't. It's the Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I do remember that. Okay.
Oh, this interesting movie. One sec. I have to remember what the art style was like. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this one is kind of a unique, semi-creepy gothic movie with a flying fruit in it.
Oh, was it James and the Giant Peach?
James and the Giant Peach.
Yeah,
I
that one-
really like that movie, actually.
I remember being creeped out by that movie when I was a kid, but still liking it.
Yeah, I think I watched that movie way too many times on VHS.
Oh yeah, we had it on VHS too. VHS.
VHS.
Awesome.
What else we got on here? We got a lot of weird stuff. God.
Yeah, 96.
This
weird year.
this pirate movie was brought to children through puppets.
Was it Hook?
No.
What Hook must have been like a couple years before that then.
Yeah. I'm thinking like more specifically for children with famous characters, one of whom I do an impression of only when I'm singing The Woman from Ipanema.
Oh my god. I have no idea.
It'd be Muppets Treasure Island.
Oh, okay. I should have gotten it at Puppet. That's
Yeah.
like the other pirate movie from ever. Before Pirates of the Caribbean.
All right, I have to like all these movies I have to remember. I know them, but then I also okay, so this is the one with the actor who talks like this sometimes. And he plays a sport, but it's also a romance movie.
Well, it's definitely Adam.
Carl Weathers
It's
is in
definitely
it.
Adam Sandler. Is it Is it?
Yes, I have the perfect impression of Adam Sandler
it
now.
was pretty good. Is it Happy Gilmore? Was Happy Gilmore 96?
It was Happy Gilmore.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
We're heating up. Ooh, okay. This movie featuring Dennis Quaid and dragons.
What the fuck?
That's also an alternate name for Dungeons and Dragons.
Dennis Quaid. Dragons? Who the fuck is Dennis Quaid? I know him, and I don't know him. Oh. And dragons?
Dennis Quaid. Yeah, Dennis Quaid is the one who looks like my neighbor growing up. Does that help you?
Dennis Quaid and dragons. What the fuck is it?
Oh, like disgusting puppets of dragons. Not like gross, just grotesque.
Oh, dude.
I really like this movie as a kid. Maybe it's not obscure, but it's Dragonheart.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I saw that movie when I was a kid too, and I remember really liking it and thinking it was cool, but I bet you it looks terrible nowadays.
Yeah, I bet it's fucking awful. Yeah. What else do I got here? Okay, this is a movie where Robin Williams is a kid who's an adult, but he's a kid.
Oh my god, come on. Why can't I fucking remember? He's a kid, but he's an adult, but he's a kid. I know what you mean, too. Damn it. Fucking 96. I don't know, man. You gotta just help me out here.
Jack.
Oh. I don't think...
He's like the aging disease. Yeah, he has a disease where he's like aging too fast and
like a
dies
reverse
by the time he
Benjamin
graduates. No. No, he's just reverse Benjamin Button's normal aging, Avery. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's just living a normal life. Yep.
The most boring movie, reverse Benjamin Button.
Benjamin Button 2, it happens all again in reverse. That's just Brad Pitt's life.
I keep forgetting that was Brad Pitt because he's most of the movie not Brad Pitt.
There's a scene where he's de-aged. So and it's like it was really, really good for 2008. And that's all I'm going to say.
Now it's 2000 and late, am I right?
It looks pretty 2000 and late. And it's like in this like half lighting because I think they tried to make it look better than it really was, but so they only have to show like part of his face and stuff, and it's not good by today's standards. but it isn't horrendous. It's a really, really good attempt at de-aging, and it looked really good back then. Nowadays, no way. Nowadays, I think the best de-aging I've seen is in Terminator Dark Fate. I actually think that's the best.
Half of it.
I don't know. I
Arnold
honestly,
does not look good.
I honestly thought that was like a cut scene or something. I was like, did they film this like 20 years ago? I was like, no, that's de-aging.
I mean, I'll agree on her part, but Arnold did not look good.
And the kid looked great. I was like, damn, well done. Yeah, which was kind of cool. I know that they had experimented with that in a couple of the movies previous. And it looks like they had gotten better and better. I was like, damn.
Oh, yeah. For sure it's gotten way better.
I wonder if, like, like the technology just hasn't advanced far enough to render such a freakish-looking humanoid as Arnold.
Yeah.
They need, like, more RAM.
I don't know. Yeah. He's too vascular.
Oh, my God. He's too enormous. They have to upgrade their graphics card just to render him because he's huge.
He's fucking huge. He's a freak.
Yeah, that's a freakish person.
Let's get the last couple of these. I got 3 more.
Into it. Let's do it.
All right, this movie starring Jim Carrey relates to our last movie.
Oh my God, was it wait, it relates to Tooth Fairy 2?
Yeah.
Is Larry the Cable Guy in it?
No, but you did just state
Is it Ace
the
Ventura?
thing that makes... No.
Is it Ace Ventura 2?
No. It's the cable guy.
Oh, no shit. Okay, yeah. Wow, yeah, okay.
That was a great fucking hint. I don't
That
know
was
how
a
I
really
could've
good
done that
hint. You're
anymore.
right. I know we just recently talked about Ace Ventura. That's why I was thinking that.
Okay. Actually, I kind of want to rewatch the cable guy. I wonder if it's bad.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it. I think
It's Judd Apatow produced, Ben Stiller directed, Jim Carrey, Matthew Broderick, Leslie Mann, Jack Black.
is that Matthew Broderick before he killed someone? Did you know he killed someone?
No, fucking dope.
No, like, not on purpose. It was like manslaughter. But yeah, Matthew
Okay,
Broderick
sweet.
hit somebody with his car and killed them.
Oh,
No,
gangster.
I don't know if that's gangster. It's just kind of sad.
It's a bummer. I'm trying to like build him up so he doesn't feel bad about it.
I don't know. He's probably gotten. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it haunts him to this day. Maybe that's why he doesn't act anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he always did look like he was just seeing a ghost for the first time.
He always looked like he was, I don't know, still perpetually a child.
Yeah.
He has a very young face. I wonder what he looks like nowadays. Let's find out.
I don't want to know.
I do.
All right. I'll give you the next hint. This film, in this film, Danny DeVito wants to enslave a famous person.
In 1996.
Yeah.
Is it that Santa Claus movie with Danny DeVito
No.
and Arnold Schwarzenegger? Do you know which one I'm talking about? That seems like a 1996
Is that different
movie.
from Twins? Like that's another Arnold Schwarzenegger movie with Danny DeVito that isn't Twins?
Oh, maybe it is Twins. No, I'm thinking because I don't think Danny DeVito actually is in the Christmas movie with Arnold.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's got to be right. Yeah. That's got to be right.
It's not that movie.
Let's do one more, and then let's take a quick break so Avery can pee.
Yeah, so it was Space Jam.
Oh, Space Jam, talking jam, space. All right, that's the song, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right.
Come on and get up. Yeah. All right, last one. This movie is a slasher that's pretty funny with a guy in a white mask.
Oh, Scream.
Yeah, Scream.
Yeah, that is that's a really good standalone movie that got too many sequels. Right?
Yeah, that's most movies, Avery.
That's most movies with sequels. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's let Avery pee. We'll be right
Sounds
back.
good.
Woohoo.
How relaxing. I feel invigorated.
Is it weird that when you pee, I feel weaker?
I think that's normal, man.
It's called friendship, and
That's how it is. Have you ever like? I don't know. This is a weird thing from my childhood, and then I swear to God, we're gonna start talking about the movie. I remember having like all night video game marathons, and you know when you're like sitting there and playing a game with somebody all night, and you, like almost accidentally like saying to someone, "Hey, can you like if you're getting up, can you pee for me?" Do you know what I mean? Like, it's, like, definitely come to my mind in the past. Like, he's like, I'm going to pop some popcorn, I'm going to grab some sodas. It's like, hey, could you pee for me? Like, so I don't have to get up and do it. It's like a weird
that's
thing.
a really weird thing that I definitely did. I have these vivid memories of fucking playing video games at my homie Will Pileggi's house, one of the guys who introduced me to Dungeons and Dragons, 2 in the
Ooh.
morning, playing the fucking... the game where you Godzilla destroy all monsters and I was King Ghidorah
Hell
and
yeah.
killing everyone.
Hell yeah.
Because he was so cheesy. Yeah, and then asking them to pee for me because you're like half awake. at
Yeah,
that point.
because you've been playing a game for 14 hours, and that's so funny.
weird
I'm
how
glad that we
I'm
had
pretty-
the exact same experience. That makes me feel good. And
that's like that brought back memories that I'm not comfortable with almost. Like
yeah. Well, it's gonna get more uncomfortable because that's gonna be the caption for this episode. Avery and Ash pee for each other.
That's
so beautiful. Wonderful. But hey, we are here. We're back. We're going to talk about Fargo because we are way too deep into this episode. So this is going to be a long one, guys. Hang in there. If you're already gone, that's okay.
Honestly, we get it.
We were on a roll
Thanks
for a
the
little bit.
download.
We had some good content coming through the pipe. But hey, Ash, before we really get into this episode, we like to start off by talking about some of our expectations. This is a movie that we've both seen already. However, I think I would like to recall a time before we've seen this movie. For me, it was a very, very long time ago. Probably for you too. This movie's been out for forever. Yeah, Ash, what were your expectations before you saw Fargo for the first time? We're talking about Fargo, by the way.
Yeah. My expectations were I'm high.
Oh.
I was with Spencer. That's what we used to do.
This movie
very
Sorry.
sober now. But yeah, that was my expectation. Is Spencer is putting on a movie.
Wow, that's excellent. That's funny. I feel like this movie would be absolutely perplexing if you were high. Seems like one of those ones that wouldn't make a lot of sense.
I liked weird stuff. He also, like, at one point told me to watch movie 43 and that I would like it, which I resent.
That's a fucking trap, dude. He trapped you.
I think you really like it. I kind of liked it.
I like the idea of movie 43. The fact that it exists, like, as blackmail.
Yeah, well, it's like also just like it's a sketch movie.
Yeah. I like anthological things, right? It's interesting.
I should get you to watch The Meaning of Life, Monty Python. It's also kind of an anthology.
Interesting. I would like that.
Yeah.
I'm totally into that.
Anyway, before you first saw this film, what were you thinking about this movie all those years ago?
Yeah. So this was one that my mom recommended, and it was one that we rented at Blockbuster to watch.
What?
Yeah, rented it on DVD. I'm pretty sure. So it was like later Blockbuster years, right? But we rented it.
They die.
Yeah, we rented it at Blockbuster to watch, and I remember not having really any idea, not really getting it, and that I got bored halfway through the movie and didn't finish it because I was bored, which is fun. It's so funny to think now, but I see why. I think, like, especially on like recent rewatch, I get why I didn't like it when I was a kid. It's so unfortunate to me. Like, this could have been one that like stuck with me, and I could have been so much smarter than all of the other movie kids when I was a younger kid, and I decided not to be. It's unfortunate.
Fucking movie kids.
Yeah, those fucking movie kids. Now look at us.
Yeah, movie adults.
Yeah, exactly. Movie adults. So, there you go. I don't know. That's us. Okay, that's how we sound every episode.
Okay, well, I think the best way to move forward here is to talk about some of the pros.
Some of the pros, eh? Wait, that wasn't even.
I don't know what that was.
I can't do it. Okay, yeah. I can't do that voice.
Oh, yeah. You know, when you date a girl from Minnesota, sometimes it just sneaks out when she's saying big.
You're like
and
you're like a different person.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you just gotta load a goat on a boat and take her out to sea. You know what I'm saying?
You're really channeling. You're evoking something.
Yeah, I used to play a Dungeons and Dragons game who was just that.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that. Oh my god. Wow, we've had a lot of D&D groups together.
Yeah. Too many.
Yeah. And you've gone through 4 times as many characters as I have.
Yeah, because I'm just like, kill me. I'm done.
Yeah, you get bored of a character after level 5, and you're like, all right, let's do another one. I totally get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some real pros about this movie, because this movie's honestly kind of a gem.
Yeah, it is.
It's really just like, it's like lighthearted. It's so like perfectly standalone, and just like it gives you this like small town cozy feeling, while also being like a dark comedy, which is a unique, really, really seriously unique position to be in. It's one of the reasons that the Coen brothers are so good at what they do.
Yeah, I'd like to start off by saying, listen, this is unpopular, but British people in the American movie industry inferior to American Jewish men. There is a reason we do so many movies. It's because of people like the Coen brothers.
Yeah.
Just fucking geniuses.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely geniuses.
Because like I think what they do really well is like they have the Lynchian, like they have very similar tones to David Lynch in a lot of ways and similar themes, but I just think they do it better.
Yeah.
Like that mundaneness, and you know they explore the division between like the seedy and the good, but it's in the same people.
Yeah.
It's not like there's like a line. Everyone's both, and they're really good at
more
making
real life.
mundane dialogue good. Yeah, it's so real life. It's so like the dialogue's so boring in a way, and that's what makes it so good.
Oh yeah, because it feels like real people talking. I want to specifically point out William H. Macy in this movie. It's just like, like he's like a real person. He's like kind of a scuzzy, shitty salesman selling cars, and like he's just so anxious and just a fool getting involved in like nonsense that he set up on his own. Like it's just like ridiculous. He's not a criminal at all. He just sucks. And it's so well executed.
Yeah.
And it fits in so perfectly with the main character of the movie, which is Fargo. I just want to say, like the setting is so much of a character on its own in this movie. The town itself.
Boo.
What? What do you mean, boo?
The real star was hooker number 2.
Yeah, well, whatever. I don't know. It's like seriously, like this movie, all of the humor, all of everything was channeled through the fact that this took place in the way far up north in Fargo. Is Fargo in North Dakota or Minnesota? It's in Minnesota, right?
North Dakota.
I don't know, man. I've never been there.
And the funny thing is, the girl who plays what's her face?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's North Dakota. Jean Ludegard.
Yeah.
That character. She's actually from Fargo.
Oh, that's so cool.
Because that's like such a small town.
Yeah.
But she was also in Pleasantville, which is also a good movie.
Oh, also very cool.
Have you
Also,
seen Pleasantville?
shout out to Toni Collette. This is like, I know she's
Toni Collette?
Yeah, Toni Collette's in this. Are you serious? That's Toni Collette.
No.
That is 100% Toni Collette.
Toni Collette is not in this film.
Are you fucking with me right now?
She's not in this movie. Who do you think she played?
She played Marge, the cop.
No.
That's fucking Toni Collette, dude.
That's not Toni Collette.
I'm looking at her. I'm going to look at her IMDb right now.
Okay. Go ahead,
1996. Holy shit, is that really not Toni Collette?
Who do you think Toni Collette is?
Toni Collette is, she was in Hereditary.
Yeah.
That's really not Toni Collette? They look really similar.
Before 2016. No, they don't.
Wait a sec. Well, then who's that actress who played Marge the cop?
She was the one who was from Fargo that I just said. Kristen Rudrud.
Oh my god. They look really similar.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Toni Collette isn't in... Oh my god, I thought that was Toni Collette.
What? Okay, number one, Toni Collette has a much larger nose.
I'm like looking at them side by side. I'm like trying to see if other people also thought this.
No one thought that.
Dude, people thought that. I really I talked to people about this not too long ago, and they were like...
They were just being nice because they think you're special.
Oh my god! This really isn't
How could you placate me?
What's Toni Collette in Fargo? Here we go. Let's see. I'm trying to see if at least somebody else thought this. Dude, they look fucking similar.
They do.
They fucking do.
This is a pro of this movie, by the way.
Yeah,
Avery
absolutely.
is so unbelievably wrong that it just makes me feel good.
They have this. Come on.
They have different noses.
Oh, wow, that's really not her. They have such a similar looking face. Come on, I'm going to send you something here.
Yeah, but it's like what Toni Collette looks like now versus what this woman looked like.
No, she looks like a younger version of Toni. Yes, she does.
She has a different nose, different eyebrows. What are you talking about? That doesn't look like Toni Collette.
I don't know, man. Especially when they're all bundled up. Come on.
Yeah, but she's not always bundled up in the movie.
I really thought you were fucking with me.
Yeah.
I was
what Toni
so
Collette
convinced.
looked like when she was younger, Avery?
Oh, man, I don't know. Probably like Toni Collette.
Here, how about this? Does that fucking look like the same person?
Let's see. Oh my god, that looks like a character in like Cube or something.
Yeah, she looked like a B-movie
Yeah,
actress.
she really does look like a B-movie actress. I was convinced that was Toni Collette. I've thought that was Toni Collette for like a decade.
Wow, we're really
For like a
uncovering some
really
dirt here.
really long time.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with you at this point.
They look they look similar, man. I will stand by it. They have a very similar looking face.
Rate us 5 stars on iTunes and let us know if Toni Collette looks like the actress from Fargo.
I was so convinced I didn't even look it up. I was like, oh cool, she got such a good start with Fargo.
What?
I can't even believe this. I'm beside myself right now with this.
Yeah, this is a very weird thing that's happening right now.
Yeah, dude, they look similar.
It's really weird for me.
Let's see. There's got to be somebody else who thinks this. Come on, somebody on the internet, please. I'm like Googling furiously.
'Cause, yeah, her first movie was Cozy, or The Pallbearer. First notable one, The Sixth Sense.
Okay. Well, that was kind of around the same time.
Only 3 years later.
Yeah.
Anyway, more pros about this movie. Stop obsessing.
All right. More pros. I already said William H. Macy. I don't know.
I think we disagree on who's the best actor in this movie. I think you think it's William H. Macy, and I correctly believe it's Steve Buscemi.
Oh,
I almost called him William Buscemi.
No. I was going to talk about Steve Buscemi next because, god damn it, Steve Buscemi plays the same character in every movie, and I can't get enough of it, dude.
Oh, no, it's so great.
It's so good. He's such a scuzzball, and he's just weird looking, and they bring it up so many times in this movie. They were like, he was like, yeah, the little guy, he was weird looking. And they like just can't really describe it because he's just weird looking. Fucking excellent.
Yeah, no, I don't even know how to describe how he plays that part succinctly, but I think it works so well because they juxtapose his like normal character against these ridiculous, Midwestern caricatures.
Yeah. Who are part of the setting.
It just pops.
He like is the fish out of water. Right? A little bit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then, just like the Coen brothers are fucking geniuses.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're really good at movies.
Yeah. And then his partner, who was played by everyone knows, Toni Collette.
Yeah, of course. That's who she played. She played the guy who didn't talk a lot.
Yeah, he just didn't talk at all. That guy was in Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World. He played the guy who
Everyone's favorite one.
who also didn't talk a lot and zapped dinosaurs with a little zappy pole.
Oh shit! He was also in the Brothers Grimm.
No fucking way, really?
and Pain and Gain.
Oh my god, this guy's been everywhere. He's just like
In a
leaping.
movie called Jutopia? The fuck is this?
Wait, what?
He was in a film called Jutopia.
Jutopia.
Here, I'll just send you the link.
2012,
God
huh?
damn it.
This looks like my kind of movie.
We don't watch enough rom-coms. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah. None of these
Anyway.
people look Jewish.
Yeah, these are all just.
They all
Like,
look kind
come
of
on.
like Italians.
To be fair, that's most Jewish people. The amount of Italian people I've asked if they were Jewish in my lifetime. What? It's true. It's true.
Well,
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, his silent partner, I liked him. He had some issues for me, in terms of how he played everything.
he was like the unpredictable dude. I thought that was great. He like had
Yeah.
no qualms with killing anybody. Meanwhile, Steve Buscemi, who's also like kind of a piece of shit, but doesn't like actually want to kill anyone. He gets roped up with this guy who's actually a legitimate criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I thought he really worked well. I thought he was another way to successfully juxtapose Steve Buscemi. Like one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie is when they're in the car together. And
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi's just like, can you fucking say anything? Just fucking talk. Like, goddamn, I've been driving, I've been doing all this shit. And then the guy's just not saying anything. And Steve's just like, well, I'm going to shut the fuck up then. Like, I'm just not going to talk, and you'll see how it feels. Yeah, I'm just not going to talk at all. And is still talking. Like, he's still going.
Yeah, that's like the good juxtaposition. Because
Yeah.
I think that almost more effective than the criminality of the other guy versus Steve Buscemi. Because Steve Buscemi's still, he's still a fucking sleazy dude. and
Absolute
he's still a criminal.
scuzzball. And it's...
I
ugh.
think the silentness of Gayer, or however his name is, against Steve Buscemi's character, I think that's almost more impactful.
Oh, yeah.
Is how quiet versus the talking guy.
Oh, yeah. What I really love about this movie in the way that all of the characters are just, like, so distinct and separated. And this is another really good thing that the Coen brothers do. Like, all of these characters just start in completely random places at the beginning of the story and then gradually intersect towards the end. And I think that is, like, so much fun. How you get all of this stuff that seems like just nonsense. Like, it doesn't... They seem totally unrelated at times. And then slowly these characters all get linked together in minor ways. And then towards the end, obviously you have the climax where the quiet guy is putting Steve Buscemi's body into a wood chipper.
And I love how she's yelling at him and he can't fucking hear her over
the wood chipper.
It's just like in a worse director or worse writer would have him turn in that scene.
Absolutely, he would have heard.
And
But like,
I
you
think
wouldn't
that-
hear anything over a fucking wood chipper grinding up a
No.
body. It's awesome.
It's that level of detail
It's so
that
real.
makes this movie. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing about Coen Brothers movies. They are just very rooted in reality while being also ridiculous, and they are like a satire of reality. Also, I just thought of something in this moment. Is it just me, or does Steve Buscemi look like incel Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah, if Jeff Goldblum was an incel, he would probably look. It's something about
Like
it's
Steve
something about the
Buscemi.
eyeballs with Steve Buscemi, man. His eyeballs just
I
like
think he looks very similar to Jeff Goldblum in like a weird way.
yeah.
And like how quirky they both are.
they could be like brothers, but like half brothers. like his
Or
dad
twins and one of them
remarries
was
like
Mel.
and then has Jeff Goldblum 15 years later with like a much better looking woman.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's like a football star and the other guy's like still living with his parents at the age of 29. Just sad.
Yeah. But like is somehow a dick about it. Right?
All right, you can't come into my room.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's just like, I don't have to pay rent. Like, come on, you're my parents. Like, oh, yikes. Yeah, Steve Buscemi always plays pretty much the same character, like just an absolute dirtbag, just like a piece of crap, and just like defends it so adamantly, his shitty way of life. Like, he plays the same character in Reservoir Dogs, where he's like defending not tipping the waitress. And like he wholeheartedly believes the shitty things that he does, and it's like perfect. It's perfect, and he just looks like a total scuzzball. It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
We should probably get into some cons.
Yeah, let's
As
do
we
it.
are kind of getting into that. My big thing is so how like if you ever get in a fist fight, someone who's bad at fist fighting, like you can see their punches coming.
I don't get into a lot of fights, dude.
I've gotten into maybe two.
Okay.
One went really well, one went really bad. So 1-1, baby.
Bam.
But even just like in a boxing gym, like some people have telegraph punches, some people don't. Some people are really obvious when they're gonna punch you, some people aren't. And I feel like the actor who was the silent guy was very telegraphed for when he was gonna do something crazy.
Okay.
And so it like kind of took like I wish, I don't know, I feel like it's not a directing issue because it's the Coen brothers, but I think that it was maybe an actor issue where you could tell that he was going to do something crazy, and I needed him to be a little bit more either obvious or less obvious, but it was too in the middle for me, where it just was like, yeah, he's going to do something crazy. I just felt predictable. Especially this, like, it's been a while since I've watched this movie, maybe 6 years, 7 years.
Interesting.
And so my memory of it wasn't perfect, but I'm just like, it just seems like he's going to do something wild.
Huh. All right, cool. Yeah, I can see that. If I had a con about this movie, and this is like, I don't know, it definitely like appeals to a very specific audience, right? Mm-hmm. Very, very specific. There isn't a lot of broad appeal here. The movie's great, and anybody who like sits down to watch it would probably end up enjoying it. But the truth of the matter is that like based on a description of the movie and everything surrounding it, like how would you make a trailer for this movie? There aren't any just like straight up hilarious moments or anything. Do you know what I mean? Like it's very, very narrow and directed and created and written for a very specific type of humor. And like another part of it is, if you're unfamiliar with the Coen brothers, like this is just nonsense. Like a lot of it, like the story seems to kind of just happen, and it doesn't really seem to have any deeper meaning. Like everything happens very, very literally, and which I think personally is really good, but it's like, I can think like typically movies that happen really literally, I'm thinking of like I don't know, like a superhero movie where like Batman or Superman is literally punching that guy through the whole city in that scene. There's no deeper meaning there. This is a movie where it doesn't have any deeper meaning, but it's intelligent.
Yeah. I think that it's like almost the pinnacle of sarcasm is being literal. You know what I mean? That's like almost how it feels, because it almost has a sarcastic tone to it.
Okay. Yeah.
By being so literal.
It's like it's so ridiculous in the most boring way. It's just it's like obviously absurd events that are just framed within just the boringest part of the country. You know? And
well, it's not Wyoming, but yeah, it's pretty boring.
It's just like that's why the actual setting itself just like is a character.
Listen, the only other city I've heard referred to as a character in something is New York City. So I don't know how I feel about that, Avery. I really don't.
The setting takes on like a life of its own in this movie. Very, very much so. It's kind of hard to describe it, but it's like everything is filtered through the lens of being in Fargo. It's like it is the main character. I think it's like really as descriptive as I can get without just going on like vibes.
I personally will disagree, but I see where you're coming from. We got to get into these cons though, man. We got to rip this movie to shreds.
There's not really a lot to rip it to shreds over, It's like my main thing is that it's just kind of nonsensical. Like I didn't feel like I gained any. Yeah, it is kind of a boring movie. I didn't feel like I gained anything from watching this movie. There was no deeper meaning, no like grandiose like plan,
metaphor.
Yeah, no metaphors at all.
Borderline like no plot hooks, I would say. Like it almost it's like it's got something, but it borderline doesn't have a story. Like, at least that's how it feels. I mean, it does have a story, but it borderline, like, you're not hooked into it necessarily. Like, you could just leave this movie at any point during the movie and you'd be like, yeah, no, I got it. And I feel like it doesn't really reward you for finishing the movie in any way.
No, it doesn't. It's like, I totally see that. It's like the only thing that you're really getting is that the characters finally interact in the third act. You know what I mean?
It's like a superhero crossover. Another way, it's like a superhero
like the
movie
most
besides
boring...
the literal stuff.
The most boring, like, kind of superhero crossover.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But it's all self-contained, and all of the characters are so distinct and just well-defined. It's like I don't know, it's like the Coen brothers seem to be able to write a character with such effect, and honestly, their casting is really excellent too. It's like they seem to be able to write a character with such like effective like mannerisms that you can almost like as soon as they're doing something, you're like, oh yeah, that's something somebody like that would do, you know? Like it's like, oh, I remember, I know that kind of person, especially with like the William H. Macy character. He's just like he's nebbish and like doesn't understand, but like everything is always falling apart for him.
Yeah, and he has that like deep-seated Midwestern rage.
Yeah, it's there.
Everyone always talks. Everyone who's been to the Midwest they're really nice, but there's something dark behind that niceness.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Geez.
You gotta. Oh jeez.
Yeah. I really.
Marge, would you call the dang store, Marge? I left my bag there. You just got to go back to my bag, goat, boat, all the good ones.
Yeah, man. The accents, like everything. Fargo was a character. Like everything is filtered through Fargo. Like every part of the story. You know, the setting is just so strong in this. So strong. It doesn't let up.
I'm pretty sure most of this movie does not take place in Fargo.
That's not what I mean. Like, it's not like literally it takes place in Fargo.
So you mean the Midwest? The Midwest is a character.
Not in general in this movie. It's portrayed.
Yeah.
Like if this happened, if the same story happened in Texas, it wouldn't make any goddamn sense.
I mean, it kind of would. It would just be a Western. Like a shitty Western.
Well, that's racist, so thanks. Let's move on.
I don't know what's going on right now. Avery is currently typing out my phone number and home address.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
I'm going to put it on the internet. Fargo, North Dakota. We all know you live there.
Yeah, that's why I'm defending my point so desperately.
Yeah, Fargo, man. There's not a lot of cons.
No.
Not a lot of negative stuff.
It's also weirdly not a lot of pros.
Yeah, it's just like this movie just happens to you. You know?
Yeah.
It's really one of those movies that just like it just happens in your face.
It's a foregone conclusion that you'll see this movie. Thank you.
Hey. Like it's just so specifically tuned for such a specific audience that unless you really really enjoy dry, dark, borderline meaningless humor. You know? Just like everything literally happens. Everything I mean, like, it is funny. It does have its moments where it's funny, but it's more like situationally funny. There isn't really a single joke that's told in this movie. It's all just absurd situations and how absurd people deal with them in an absurd way. But otherwise pretty normal, you know? So
yeah, a pretty normal movie. Should we get into our final section?
Yeah, let's wrap this all. Let's spin it all back around, plug it back in, and get. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, let's do this.
All right. Yeah, let's hit the music. Let's turn the lights down real low.
Join us in the
And let's
Soulful Coffee Club.
Oh yes, we're gonna read our manifestos on this film,
And some slam
Avery.
poetry. You start.
Toni Collette in a bralette. She's only 12 in this movie. I'm feeling real groovy till I realize with my 2 eyes, with a Google search, to my surprise, that ain't her. Oh yeah, baby.
Now I'm gonna.
That ain't
now
her.
I'm gonna dies.
No, wait, what?
Now I'm gonna dies.
Is that just a threat? Or are you finishing my slam poetry? I can't tell.
Both.
Who do you want to have start?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
5 words. I can't believe Toni Collette didn't take this role. Come on, like, come on.
So many words.
I can't believe that wasn't Toni Collette in this movie. I'm so disappointed. I have talked about this movie to other people, and I've been like, "Yeah, Toni Collette."
They're like, "Yeah, sure, buddy."
I honestly, I'm
great.
pretty sure they didn't know themselves. So I think like,
Yeah.
So I think it's like I'm fine.
This I can totally see. If you haven't seen this movie in a couple years, you do not remember who's in it.
Yeah. Except
Like,
for
at
maybe
all.
with
I'm
Steve Buscemi and maybe William H. Macy.
I feel like both of those could just like just forget about
you
it.
could.
I'm just like, okay, some guys who were famous in the 90s probably were in it.
Yeah. So
Yep.
So that's a thing. I'm so disappointed in myself for not knowing that. I'm just
It's pretty bad.
Oh well, hey, shit. That's what happens. But anyway, this movie is totally meaningless, very literal, very dark. You're not gonna feel like you gained anything from watching it, but it is very enjoyable. And I feel like it at least has it has hooks in there. Like it'll get you. Once you start watching it, you're like, what does all this mean? I want to see how it relates. And then by the time you get to the end of the movie, you see that it doesn't really mean anything at all.
Yeah.
But it's still funny. It's dark. It's weird. It doesn't have any relevance to anything, and I think I like that about it a lot. I just like that it's self-contained. It's almost streamlined in a way. Like a lot of like pretty meaningless stuff is cut out, except for when the one guy is like they're on the date thing. Do you remember? You know what I mean?
That's fucking weird. Yeah.
That was very, very weird. And then she finds out later that the guy actually never got married to the woman he said that he did and stuff. That didn't really need to be in there, but it ended up being cool. It was a weird circumstantial thing that fit into the timeline. Just very, very bizarre. I like that it's ridiculous circumstances framed within a very mundane setting. Sort of like David Lynch. It's like the comedy version of David Lynch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's better David Lynch.
It's not.
Sorry,
that might be a little
fans of David Lynch.
oversimplified, but it's a very interesting movie. I very, very much enjoy this movie. I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. It's watchable. Okay. I mean, you could find it pretty easily on the internet if you. It's pretty much on any streaming service. You can watch it and you'll probably like it. It's really good. You don't have to pay a ton of attention to it. You can kind of just let it happen. And it's one of those movies where it's not super visual except for parts. So you can kind of just listen to it too and still pretty much get what's going on. That's what I think about Fargo. Very good. I like it.
Okay. My words are, oh yeah, bye. Yeah, no, listen, I sounded pretty critical earlier in this podcast, but it's of more the Coen Brother tone than the actual movie. This movie's pretty good. That being said, it is the second best Coen Brothers movie, and the number one is A Serious Man. And anyone who doesn't believe me can fucking fight me.
I've never seen that one myself, so.
Oh, it's so good. I love it. It is just bleaker than this movie.
Oh yeah. That's fun.
Because it's like Minnesota, but not during the winter.
Oh, yikes!
Which is like
so it's got
somehow
nothing.
Worse. Yeah. No, I like Fargo a lot. I think it's a really good movie. It really doesn't like it's a movie you could tune in and out of at any time, and it doesn't fucking matter, which is a great strength. But it's like not for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, some people like to have a solid arc, and I am not sure they're gonna feel satisfied. Like, it's not like it doesn't have an arc. It's just not sure if you'll be satisfied by it. Definitely, if you haven't seen Fargo before, give it a shot. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Very fair.
9 out of 10.
Healthy.
9 out of 10.
Very healthy score here.
Yeah. All right. We did it.
Hell yeah, we did it. We talked about Fargo.
It took us forever.
Yeah,
to
that's
get
a long
to it,
one.
but we
It's
did.
a very long one.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging around. We got, oh God, you think this episode was long? We're going to be talking about 2001: A Space Odyssey next week. Ooh, boy.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun one. I'm really excited for you to finish it.
Literally the polar opposite of Fargo, I think. Like, whereas everything in a Coen Brothers movie is just very literal and very dry humor, this is 2001 is very almost meaninglessly
Esoteric.
Yeah, exactly. Esoteric is a perfect word for it. I'm interested to talk about it with you. Haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to be soon.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna have to set
excited.
aside an entire afternoon to watch it, because whereas Fargo you can kind of watch and listen to.
Yeah, you gotta fucking sit
Yeah.
down, buckle,
Turn your phone
hold your
off.
Strombolis.
Yeah.
It's a 2-hour and 29-minute movie.
That's actually shorter than I thought it was. I don't know
Okay.
why. I thought 2001 was like 3.5 hours long. So
No, it's 2.5. Clockwork Orange is 2:15. I made a judgment call that I didn't want to watch a rape scene.
Oh, good
So
call.
we're
Thank
watching-
you. Thank you. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Well, guys, thank you for sticking around throughout the whole episode.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah, we love you so much, and we're so excited to keep putting more content out there. Stick around for the rest of the month of December. We got some interesting stuff. If you haven't yet listened to our picks episode, it's the last one. If you don't care about Tooth Fairy 2, we don't blame you. You can skip to the end, and you can still hear our picks for the month. Yeah. Because that's the
Also,
important
keep
stuff.
up with us on Instagram. That's another place to find. I put up the picks every month.
Yep.
Towards the beginning of the month, so you'll get to see what we're picking.
Oh yeah. And we throw a healthy mix of just about everything in there. We do watch a lot of, or at least we did watch a lot of superhero stuff, but we've really rounded out. We have a very healthy selection. We do some bad movies sometimes. Some really good ones.
We're gonna do our first musical this month.
Oh Christ,
so.
dude! It's not even our first musical.
What was it? Oh, that doesn't count.
Oh, you know
Avery.
what I'm talking about, though. The
Yeah,
Alice
I
in
do, but it's
Wonderland
not
one.
What?
There was an Alice in Wonderland softcore porn film that we watched. That was a musical.
Oh! I thought you were referring to Poultrygeist.
Oh, that's also a musical. So
It's not. It's not a movie, so it can't be a
that's-
musical.
I don't know. Musicals aren't movies either. They're plays.
No, plays are plays. Musicals. I'll show you.
You're gonna get me. I'll show
learn
you.
how to do-
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. We love you all so much. Goodbye.
Oh, you found something there, Chief?